What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Stereo Rifles tuning in on the microphone as usual. If you're new to the channel, enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you enjoyed the video you watched, make sure to smack that like button as well. Now let's get into it, man. First thing I do want to say, there was an influx of subscribers from me uploading the Thunderstruck Gaming recently. It was a great time. I enjoyed making the video, and I just want to give a big thank you to the guys and gals who subscribed to my channel. It is much appreciated. It made my week, believe me, because being out here in the COD grind, the YouTube grind, it is not an easy task to actually stand out and be heard. So it's kind of like open mic night over there at TSG, man, and apparently I made some impressions. Again, thank you very much, man. Much love to you guys, and I hope to see you in the comment section in the future on other content. Now let's get into the main subject of the commentary today, man. This is going to be called Call of Duty Logic, or in short, COD Logic. It's a short series I want to do on Call of Duty strategy, or different types of gameplay, and just my thoughts about it, or some tips and tricks. So the subject today of episode 1 of COD Logic is going to be the passive / new player. It's funny how they go hand in hand. I'm not talking about the guy who sits in corners. That's just straight garbage. I'm talking about the guy who's always, posted up somewhere up high or somewhere aiming towards the middle of the map, not moving, or they are moving, they're moving very little. And in this Call of Duty, obviously they might be running torque with razor wire and their microwave shield, just trying to hold down lanes, and they're generally not really doing anything. And most of the time, unless they're really good, they might call in a gunship or something, they're not helping the team out at all, man. And even other than team deathmatch, they're really not helping out. All I could think is maybe in domination, or a certain point in hard point or something. Maybe even cap the flag. I mean, I guess it's possible they could be useful. I'm not saying it's not a useful tool in the bag at all to be a passive player on an occasion. But the main thing, subject here is I see an influx every year of guys using scoped rifles in Call of Duty. Now, I'm not saying it's totally irrelevant. Like I said, playing passive has its purpose in the game. Like I said, holding down lines, keeping map control on the B flag. It could definitely be useful at times. But I want to say, well, before I keep going, COD Ghost, for instance, had huge maps. As a new player, I remember at first I was using a lot of scoped rifles, and it made sense in that game because them maps were big. So I could see that being relevant. Black Ops 3 even had, hunted, infected. They had some long lines of sight. It's definitely legit. You could get away with using a recon scope, or, like a two power scope or something like that in your gameplay. It's definitely relevant. But Black Ops 4, I honestly don't understand the influx of thermal and, what is it, the 2 power scope we use in multiplayer on like a Rampart, an ICR. I'm like, why are these guys using this? Because I don't understand, and that passive strategy may have its use in team deathmatch, but in kill confirmed, if you guys are, you're losing the match and you got this guy posted up, how's he helping you if he's not collecting tags? Or if maybe you did get some map control and you got to get the B flag and he's not helping you cap it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, it's a very non-versatile way to play. Scoped rifles just slow your gun skill progression to get better at the game, and it tends to only make players utilize one style of play. And to me, it is a shame, because in Call of Duty, you gotta be the universal soldier. You gotta be versatile. Sometimes you're playing a game where maybe the whole team is running like a chicken with their heads cut off, and having that guy on your team could be very helpful. It could definitely help give you the win. But there's gotta be times where you gotta, be the rusher. You got to be the OBJ guy, because your whole team is being standoffish and passive, and they're not helping you win, and you guys are just getting buried on the scoreboard. So you got to be that guy to step up, cap the flag, collect the tags, or just play the OBJ in general. I'm not saying be the OBJ guy every time. There's definitely a place for the play style, but if you want to succeed in this game, if you want to play better, you gotta be versatile. And playing this way with the scoped rifle is not one of them. And honestly, I can patrol, post up, or rush without a scope. And I honestly feel like newer players / players that are just so accustomed to playing this way, to this play style, just need to break the bad habits, man, because it's going to bring you nothing but heartache, man. You might get lucky every once in a while. If all you play is team deathmatch, okay, I could see the logic in that. But dom, kill confirmed, hardpoint, cap the flag, control, search and destroy. Shit, search and destroy. I remember playing a match one time where a guy went like 13-0. He was just camping back, sniping, and he was all proud of himself. And guess what? We 4-0'd the team, man. This was hardcore search. So in core search and destroy, I believe it's 6 rounds. But he was talking shit, after the game in the lobby. And I'm like, man, bro, you lost. Like, what do you care? Like, you didn't help your team win at all. It's just, you know what I mean? That's just all ego right there, man. But in the end, it's about winning the game. So you say, Eric, what am I supposed to do? I'm a passive player. I'm a new player. I like to just sit around and post up. What am I supposed to do to play more aggressive or different gameplay styles? What should I do? Well, I'm going to tell you. First off, join a private match or hook up to a private match even before you play the main game. Get on there, use a gun without a scope that you're not accustomed to, you're not comfortable with, and play a couple matches with bots on recruit level, because it's not about winning the gunfight at this point. This is just about shot making, traversing the map, and just getting into the habit, getting accustomed to playing like this, getting away from that scope, getting away from that bad habit, man. Because to me, it is a bad habit to have a scoped rifle as a crutch. 2, this applies to both breaking the scoping habit, having to put a scope on your gun, as well as making your gameplay more versatile, man. Pick up a gun off the ground while you're playing. You got your scoped ICR, your scoped Rampart, whatever. Your auger DMR. You see a Spitfire or something like that, a SOG 9mm or an iron sight Rampart 17. Pick it up, man, and just give it a try. You know what I'm saying? You might like it. You might say, hey, damn, I've been using this scope the whole time and it's just been hindering me, man. I didn't even realize it. And then you might start beasting with it. Or just like I said, if the situation presents itself where you didn't need the scope, now you got both options. Next one, make an overkill class. I actually used to use this class a lot in search and destroy. Actually, even in team deathmatch. Not so much lately in this game, because I feel like using the one gun, it just suits me. It works. But like, especially in Black Ops 3, I used to run a Man of War / Weevil class, I believe, the Weevil SMG. And actually, the Man of War did have the recon scope on it, which is a 2-power scope, I believe. And it was a great class, man, because you had the SMG for your up close to mid-range engagements, but there was some dude on a head glitch halfway across the map, and you had to take him out, you know what I mean, with a nice headshot. You had the Man of War with the scope on it. So give that a shot. So not only you got your crutch, you got your scoped rifle, but at times you can just, ease your way into the transition by using, like I said, an SMG or even another rifle just with iron sights on it, or an ELO or a red dot. But before we end the video, I do want to say, give these tips and tricks a try, guys, if you are one of these people, because believe me, there's nothing more satisfying than playing this game with an iron sight, an ELO, or a red dot. You don't need that scope, and I'm telling you, it's going to make you more versatile in situations. You can get up in somebody's face, and you're going to have to worry about the scope zooming in too far, and it's going to keep you from actually playing more aggressive when you need to, traversing the map when you need to. I'm telling you, you're going to thank me if you actually take these steps to get better, or not, I want to say better, but more versatile in the game. You enjoy Call of Duty a lot more. And this does apply to other games too. This could be Apex Legends, this could be Battlefield, this could be any first-person shooter. I'm telling you, trust me, it will work. But that is going to wrap up the video today, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smack that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button. It is much appreciated. The more subscribers I have, the more people I get to talk to and conversate with. And I'll just see you in the next one. Take it easy, man.